All right, gents, I'm about to change the way you think about flirting forever. Let's get right into this because I know there are endless videos out there about how to flirt, but because everyone's brains learn things differently, I'm going to explain flirting using a formula. So strap in and welcome to my video about the simplest flirting formula you've never seen. This is the formula that made it much easier for me to conceptualize how to flirt with women, and I know it will be helpful for you too. Before I share the formula, first let's talk briefly about the different elements of flirting, and I do mean briefly. We just need to cover these quick so the rest of the video makes sense. Got it? Got it. So the way I see it, flirting is the natural progression from boring and logical conversations, which kill attraction, to fun and playful conversations, which build attraction. We make this transition feel natural and seamless by incorporating the following elements into our conversation. Common ground, which helps build trust and rapport. Implied value, which qualifies you in the mind of the woman. Like usually we imply value through storytelling. We don't want to try and impress her by telling her how cool we are. We want to imply how cool we are by telling stories. And even better, if you can make sure that your stories are describing a feeling, not just sharing facts. Like if you can anchor the stories in emotion, it creates a vibe. And that's all women want to do is vibe. So common ground, implied value, and then we have the three core elements of flirting, which are playful teasing, charm, and wit. Teasing is how we playfully challenge women. Charm is the high value way of communicating attraction, and wit is how we display our sense of humor and intelligence. Let's run through those again. We have common ground, which builds trust. Storytelling implies our value. Teasing is how we challenge. Charm is how we display romantic intent. And wit is how we show our humor and intelligence. When you combine all of these elements, you are now flirting, which means you're building attraction. This will put you way ahead of other guys, that think attraction is being built by being polite and showing how much you have in common. That doesn't work, but you already knew that. Now, I'm about to get to the formula, but if you finish this video and still need a deeper explanation or more examples, click the link in the description, join my free school community, and you'll be able to access my new and improved ebook, Fearless Flirting. It takes a deep dive into all this stuff, and again, it's free. Got it? Got it. Moving on to the formula, it looks like this. When it's your turn to respond during conversations with women, you need to attach a playful response to your real response. Then ask a follow-up question. That looks like this. Playful response plus real response plus follow-up question. In conversation, that looks like what you're seeing on the screen now. You ask a question, she responds, then you give a playful response plus a real response, then ask another question. How about a real example? You ask where she's from. She says LA. Now at this point, most guys would use only one part of the formula, the real response. They'd say something like, oh, cool, what brought you to town? Which makes for polite conversation. Only one problem. There's nothing playful about that response, which makes the conversation boring and strictly informational. You want to flirt, so you're going to use my formula. She says she's from LA. You're gonna be like, okay, the classic LA girl in Austin. No, that's awesome though. Welcome to Texas. You get yourself some cowgirl boots yet? Now look at what that response does. You start with something playful and challenging, teasing her about being from LA. Then you give a real response that's warm, and then you ask a question. Boom, the simplest flirting formula you've ever seen. And in that slot where I say playful response, that's where you need to inject one of those three core elements of flirting, which are teasing, charm, or wit. You can basically just run the same formula over and over again through conversations. And no, you don't have to say something playful every time you speak, just enough that it initiates banter and flirting. Do this, and you will be pulling numbers and closing first dates like Brad Pitt in the late 90s. Now, I feel inclined to mention, there is a 100% free ebook in my free community that covers all of this in more detail, provides additional examples and conversation flows, and you can access it now by clicking the link in the description. But before you go, let's quickly recap the flirting formula. Playful response plus real response plus follow-up question. That's really all there is to it. This simple shift is what takes conversations from boring and informational to fun and playful. This is how we communicate interest safely while also testing the woman's interest. All it takes is a little practice. Guys, if you have any questions, please drop a comment. And if you found this video helpful, like and subscribe to the channel. My name is KJ Harlow, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video.